Hey guys, I'm Mikeyeung and I'm from Phoenix 1 and I'm their starting jungler. So we're definitely not satisfied with our team record as we have a chance of going to relegations and it's not in our control anymore. It's pretty much based off of how FlyQuest does and how the other teams are doing at the bottom of the standings, and that's going to decide if we go to relegations or not. Well, my first split as a pro didn't necessarily go as I expected. I didn't think that I would do so great at the start, and I thought that I would improve as I would continue to get more experience, especially with the patch changes. That's a huge experience boost as a pro player, since before I didn't have to transition to new champions, to different metas so fast because it was just solo queue, you can play whatever you want. But coming forward, going into the next season, and into relegations as well, I think I'm gonna have a lot more experience now with all these patch changes that I've had to dealt with in the middle of such a stressful, intense situations where all the teams were super close to each other. So next season, I feel that I'm just gonna be an even better player. So for Phoenix 1 overall, it was a pretty great experience coming in and having a really good shot individually, but as the season went on, we struggled with maintaining a solid 5-man roster. I think it was just unfortunate on our end that we had to swap in so many new players, even in the summer split. So we had to play against teams that already developed their teamwork, their synergy, and had a whole year of learning. So coming into the next split, I hope that we can just stick with a steady 5-man roster and we can just improve from there. So the main reason why I'm so positive, even after a loss, of course that you want to feel guilty, you want to feel some remorse, but overall you just have to be grateful for the things that you have. And I was taught this lesson at a very young age when I lost and went through some troubles when I was a kid. So Mikeyeung was just my childhood nickname. So I was called this throughout high school. And another reason why I really like the name is because it just reminds me of just my family. Just having the Young name and how it's spelled, it just reminds me that I'm just grateful for the things that I have, such as family, friends, and the ones that I care about. So my goal for the off-season, after relegations of course, or after the gauntlet, depending on how we end up, is to just improve individually. I'm going to be trying to grind it out in solo queue, stream some of the solo queues games as well. And my goal is to have multiple challenger accounts, possibly over 4, 5, and right now I already have 3 while in the middle of the season. So I'm going to even increase that amount upcoming off-season. I think that team structure is the most important thing for NALCS right now. With the franchising coming in and all these teams getting their act together where it comes to roster changes and all these things where they can maintain a perfect or nearly close to ideal team environment where coming into the season, for example, CLG opted to go for the really positive, really hardworking and strict team environment. I think that's the way we have to go. I honestly think that TSM or Immortals is going to have the best shot at this split, because just going into the past and coming into this season, they have a really strong roster, and you can tell that they've stuck with this 5-man roster for years and splits to come, and they've had very little iterations. So that just means that they have so much more experience compared to some of the other teams, and also C9 as well. Like, these players have been on the same team, they've been working together for the longest time, so they have an advantage over some of the new teams.